check, good. So I'm Max Duran, CWB Association Welding podcast. Today we have a really cool guest, Welding podcast.
The show is about to begin.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the CWB Association podcast. Today we are here in beautiful sunny Regina, Saskatchewan for Skills National Competition. This program and this episode is a part of a series that we're going to be doing all week here in Regina with all the executive directors of the provinces and territories of Canada. I've been excited for this. Last year we did the NAC. The year before that we did all the PTCs, and now we have a whole other group of people that we're going to get their experiences from. Today I have Maria Pacella from Manitoba here with me. And how are you doing, Maria?
Doing fantastic. Loving the sunshine.
Yeah. How has the week been so far?
Great. Yes. We've come with a team of 62 young people from post-secondary and secondary schools for Manitoba, and about 35 advisors, chaperones that accompany them. They've had a fabulous time. We came by bus.
Oh, so I guess you're only 5 hours away.
Yeah, we're 5 hours away. I mean, I think it's the best decision we've ever made.
Way cheaper.
Way cheaper.
And you get to like be comrades on the bus. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And we just loved it. Yeah, everybody did. And I mean, it took us, 5.5 hours door to door, as opposed to spending umpteen hours in an airport.
Getting nervous.
And, having to change flights. And yeah, it was perfect. It was a
you got a big group. Like,
well,
I mean,
we do.
It's like 100.
We have 100 people. We always travel. We do have a very big group.
Yeah. Now, in Manitoba, it's a big province with a smaller population, a lot like Saskatchewan, right? Now, how is it like to coordinate that much space, school systems, areas as a director for skills? Because, I mean, lots of the bigger centers like Ontario, they break it into pieces. They got millions of people.
Right.
But for us out here out west, it's a little bit more tricky.
It's a little more tricky. Well, first of all, I have the most amazing staff, the best in the country.
Kudos.
So we actually have a superb network with our school system, and we are, I believe, very respected. We have a fabulous relationship. It works both ways. We've developed the North. So one of my staff and I, many years ago, went up north and started developing programs. And then we were successful with Manitoba Apprenticeship to get a position up north. So we've had a really good relationship with our provincial government. And of course, as you know, we're all federally funded as well.
That's
so
right.
Great partnership in my community. And I kudos to both the province and the federal government for giving us an opportunity to expand. So I think that has helped us reach the north. And last year we had 3 Northern Gold medalists, which is a first.
That's wild.
And so, and that's because we've been up there doing programs. We've been up there introducing
finding
them to
those
the trades,
gems.
finding those gems.
Yeah.
And we have the staff person who go into remote communities. And so, we're really proud of our Manitoba programs.
And quick shout out to the PAW in the northern areas of Manitoba right now.
Yes,
that are
very
going
sad.
through the forest fires. So I hope
Very
everyone's
sad.
safe. And
Yes.
I hope all the competitors' families here are doing
Yes.
all right and safe, because that's scary out here out west. Our forest fires are no joke. So
Yes, we wish them all well. We're praying for them.
that's right. Now for yourself, Maria. Actually, I got a question that just popped off the top of my head. Maria Pacella, is that Spanish? What is
It's
that?
Italian.
It's Italian.
Yeah.
Oh, we got another
Yeah.
Italian here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So
So I was born in Manitoba. My
Okay,
parents came over from Italy
okay.
in the late 50s. Yeah.
Cool. And now you're coming into skills.
Yes.
That's always and I've met people over the years. It can be from a variety of different areas.
Of different areas.
Right?
Yes, I would never have known that I would be. My fascination was always politics. So
Yeah.
I'm actually a graduate of U of M's social work, but I didn't spend too much time there. I actually spent most of my time with in the political arena. First provincially with the NDP government in the mid to late 80s. And loved that, loved the community building, loved working with people, found that to be my passion.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went off and stayed home with my family and had children. And after that, I found myself back into the federal political arena. Anyways, all fun, fantastic, great people I worked with. And then things changed politically, and I found myself looking for a new position.
Mm-hmm.
And someone led me to Skills. They thought I had the transferable skills to work with Skills, and I haven't turned back. I haven't been anywhere that long.
Well, you were saying almost 20
yes.
years.
Next year is 20 years, and I usually do 2 to 4 year stints. So this has been my longest stint, and I'm loving every minute.
At this point, do you think you're ever going to get away?
I don't know. I keep telling people, I don't know. Like, I'm loving it. I'm still enjoying it. I love working with young people.
I've
seen the growth and development in our own province.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started, almost 20 years ago, 20 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
we had the skills competition, which was amazing, and it's still going strong. It was really well established. We have a fabulous partner in Red River College.
Yeah.
They're an amazing, all our colleges are amazing, but they're our premier partner.
Yeah.
And
very ambitious college.
a very ambitious college. And we've been working with them, and they've been hosting our event for over 27 years.
Yeah.
So without them, we wouldn't be as good as we are. So, and a kudos to their other colleges, MITT and Assiniboine Community College and University College of the North as well, because they're huge partners as well. But so our expansion has been due to the great partnerships. I mean, we're a small staff. We're 8 staff. When I first started, there was 3 of us. So over the years, we've been able to develop 8 to 9 strong and solid staff, and who are active every day. We're all across the province.
Yeah.
We work in Thompson, the Paw. I mean, you name it, we're there. And we're strong in rural Manitoba as well as Winnipeg. Our try-a-trade events are fabulous.
Very well attended.
Very well attended. And some of our most popular, other than the competition, we're 500 competitors strong. We've always maintained that strength, I have to say, for the last 27 years. And I think we're getting stronger. And I see the increase in participation over the years. And our Young Women's Conferences, we're really proud of them. We have over 10 of them across the province. They're very popular. And yes, so, and we're seeing
and that's not just like a big push now. It's a need. It's a necessity.
It's a necessity.
Yeah.
And I remember it's hard to get statistics. As you know, there's a lot of privacy issues, right? We're not allowed to find out what kids do and how they, where they move on to. But anecdotally, we've been told by colleges that they do see an increase in women going into the trades. And we'd like to take some credit for that, for introducing the young women.
We just went and introduced the welders this morning as part of our yearly ritual. We always talk to the welders in the morning, kind of pump them up. And we saw 5 women in the women for welding, which was the most. We commented, this is the most women we've seen come to the provincial competition or national competition. And that's good, but still not enough. Right?
Not enough. We've got to keep working at it.
That's
absolutely.
Right. Now, for yourself to come into, the role of ED for Skills, there's kind of a couple ways that you either have a really good trades background or you're really good at managing people, because so much of this job is really connections, community, being out there. Now, your political background lines up with that perfectly. Right?
And that's why I was hired. It was for that. And I have to say, again, with the strength of my amazing staff, it is a strength. And so we've been able to build really strong. When we first started, I had, I think, I'm going to say maybe 3, 4, or 5 sponsors. We're probably close to 100 sponsors.
Good.
So we're very well respected. We have good relationships with our people, and they like what we do.
Yeah.
And we like to think that, we sort of produce what people expect, and the staff are very passionate and committed, each and every one of them. And so I'm really proud of them.
How's the relationship with apprenticeship in Manitoba? Because I think nationally, Manitoba sometimes gets looked at as a lower apprenticeship province. It's got lower numbers of Red Seals coming out of it. It's got less number of available Red Seal programs. But, you're on the inside. You work with the trades every day. How do you see that relationship building?
Well, I have to say with Skills Manitoba, we have a great relationship with apprenticeship. We're really proud of it. We had a lesser relationship 20 years ago, but over the last 20 years, it's really built an increase where we have a really good sort of we work together a lot. We do a lot of programs together, and they do support what we're doing.
Good.
They have us, we do our in-school program, and they actually have us deliver it on their behalf. So they really do support us. And we actually do 2 events for them, the Awards of Distinction and Highest Achievement Awards. They've designated and delegated those events that are their events for us to organize. So I think that shows the mutual respect, and we really do appreciate them. And there's been a lot of change in apprenticeship as there is all over in every province.
Yeah.
But I think it's getting stronger and stronger.
Good.
And Skills Manitoba has an amazing relationship with them.
It does. Good. Now, what about the students in the colleges? These programs that are coming up. We have a chapter. So we have chapters across Canada as an association. We have a strong chapter in Winnipeg, and many of our chapter members are at MITT, Red River College.
Yes.
They're all teachers, instructors, or even that very large high school program. There's a welding high school. Oh, I don't remember right now.
Tech
Yeah, Toby works there.
Toby works there.
Yeah. And Toby's our chair in Manitoba.
Toby's amazing.
That's right. So these relationships, and Toby was going to be here, but he actually let someone else come because he's like, I've been to 100 of these. Yeah. I'll let someone else come. Right. And that relationship, that community building is exactly why the CWB works with skills.
Yes.
Right? Because we kind of live in the same realm.
Yes.
Right?
And you've supported a lot of our camps over the years, and which we've really appreciated. And Toby's worked with you on camps on our behalf for the summer, as well as in Northern Manitoba. So we've always appreciated Canadian Welding Bureau because they've been there for us.
Now let's talk about the competitors.
Yes.
We got 62 competitors here. Mm-hmm. How many of those are coming in gold medalists? Like how many of these are, because it's a World's Year, right?
It's a World's Year. Yeah. So it's, we try to make sure we have a lot that are age eligible for Worlds because, there's an age restriction of under 22, I believe.
Yeah.
And so they're all gold medalists in Manitoba.
Yeah.
So they're hoping to become national.
Any other second term though? Because there is a 2-year cycle.
I think there is a couple of them.
Yeah.
I don't know precisely which ones, but there are a couple of them. And so Manitoba usually does okay. We usually, I would say, get about 1 to 2
Team Canada.
Canada, which is great.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so they enjoy. I've been fortunate to go to.
Which are the stronger ones? Which are the ones where it's always like you always know Manitoba's going to take that one?
Well, we're usually strong in the construction trades.
Yeah. Good.
Bricklaying has always been a strength of ours. Those are sort of the areas that are ours.
And do you get to go to Worlds?
Yes, I do. I mean, I've been to all of them.
Yeah?
Yes, yeah.
I don't get to go to all of them. I got to go to them when I worked with Skills.
Right.
But now that I'm at CWB, I'm trying my hardest to get them to let me sit down to go to China. I want to go to Shanghai so bad.
Yes.
That'd be so cool.
That would be so cool. I have not been to China. Yes.
Now, what have you learned? Because you are preaching skills. You're preaching the essential trades. You're preaching, about the involvement. You don't come from the background, but you obviously see what it does to the youth. You see what it does in our society in terms of the fabric of our infrastructure. What has Skills taught you? Okay,
well, over the years, I have to tell you that when I first started, there was a sort of a reluctancy from the schools to let us in there to do our programs because, well, of course, they're promoting university. And so it was a bit of a struggle for us to build up our connections and our relationships with the Manitoba schools. Now they come to us. They come to us wanting and needing information to provide kids with opportunities in the trades. So I think that more and more people are looking at them as fabulous careers, parents too. They know that kids can make a really good living. They can own their business one day. So it's, I think more and more, I know in my circle of friends that even they themselves who have gone to university encourage their own kids to take a second look at the trades. So I think mindsets are being changed.
Are moving.
And I think Skills Canada National, Skills Canada across the country has been a big provided a contribution in that too.
I think
really
even just the glamorizing of it.
We have. And I think we sometimes take that for granted and we're so humble as an organization nationally and provincially, but I think we need to take some of that credit because we have made it really exciting and sexy and wow, it's great to be involved in skills. And as you saw at the opening last night, all those young people on stage who at one time never thought they would ever be able to do something like that and are so proud of themselves.
I love that because I know both of them very well, Leah and oh my gosh, I forgot his name.
Oh, the MCs.
The MCs.
That I don't know.
Yeah.
I know Emma, one of my alumni, was up there, and she was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of her.
You know, I remember seeing them over the years, shy, reserved, nervous, and you still see the nerves, but it doesn't stop them.
It doesn't
now.
stop them now.
They just know that they can do it.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
That confidence building.
It's total confidence builder.
Yeah.
This event is amazing. They've produced a lot of superstars.
Now, over 20 years, you've probably seen a lot of people go through the cycle of skills.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I talk about that all the time, is that, you kind of dip a finger into skills, you're getting pulled into the swimming pool, and you might never get out.
Oh, absolutely. We have competitors that started out, let's say, even before I came on, who are now instructors at the college.
Yeah.
Yeah, who are promoting skills to their students. So it's full circle. A lot of them stay involved with skills. They become volunteers. They go to the college. They start becoming teachers. They're mentors.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Now, in the 20 years that you've been with this, because I love that you've been there so long, because it gives me a different perspective. What are some of the obstacles that you've seen be like really disheartening? Because it's not all ups. There's got to have been some times when you're like, funding gets cut here or something happens there,
Well, we've had a lot of anxious moments.
Yeah.
Over the years. Funding was probably one of the biggest anxious moments. I think as we were building our sponsorship, our corporate sponsorship, and knowing that it would be so helpful to expand our programs, which we very much wanted to do.
Yeah.
That, in the earlier years, it took a bit of time until people felt, okay, we like what you do. So it took a while to prove ourselves, right? And so those were hard years. And then there were some times where some of the provincial and federal funding, it wasn't always so secure, because it never is. I mean,
in Saskatchewan, we had a collapse here.
You have to continue to prove yourself and make yourself relevant. So I think, sort of relevancy and maintaining relevancy has been very important as a provincial organization, and I think as a federal organization.
Yeah.
So we've had some dips, ups and downs, but
it's a big turning wheel.
It is.
Right? So you got to get through those low points to get back up on the high. The sponsorship part's huge.
It is.
When you're reliant on funding as a not-for-profit, any other form of supplementing the resources is huge.
It's huge.
And if you can get a couple big sponsors, that's great. But everyone's chasing the big whales. And one of the things that we've learned at the CWB in terms of our connections, and I think Skills is what they're doing it amazing now, is that they're not just looking for the big whales. Like, yes, if we can get $1 million donation, of course, who's going to say no to $1 million? But if you can get 100 smaller local companies to invest and be involved, that grassroots, of involvement, that's sustainable.
Absolutely.
Right?
And you know what? That's what we're proud of in Manitoba, because the majority of my funders are small grassroots.
Yeah.
And we built from there, and they still staying with us.
Yeah.
And I'm so
they
proud
hire
of that.
the kids.
Yeah.
They literally see it as an investment into their own workforce.
They do. Yeah.
So for you, coming here to Regina, what have you thought about this Skills now?
Well,
it's only day one,
It's
right?
only day one, so I haven't seen. You're the first person I saw. It's an amazing venue.
Yes, this venue is
huge. So we're definitely going to get our steps in today.
Yeah.
So I'm very much looking forward to it. My favorites are cooking, baking, and landscape.
Okay, I see a connection there. I mean, landscaping is you're going to sit in your garden and eat all the stuff.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly me. Yeah.
What is now? Do you have children?
Yes, I have 2 boys.
Now, are they in the trades at all?
No, they're not. They're engineers.
Well, that's still trades
kind of
adjacent.
connected.
Absolutely.
Yeah, trade adjacent. That's a good one.
I always say that to the welders because this is something that I've been trying to push with Skills because one of the things that we're seeing in the trades, not just in welding, but in many of the other trades, is the retention issue. Like we've done a great job of bringing kids in. We're doing a great job of having people show up, sign up, and even compete. But not even the competitors here in 5 years are guaranteed to even be doing this anymore, which breaks my heart.
Yeah.
When it's like you see that kid coming up through hockey who's an all-star and he breaks his knee and that's the end of his career. It's just like, so how do we maintain that retention piece with all these competitors?
Well, I think we encourage sort of continual education. And I think sometimes, too, the transferable skills are important because maybe sometimes, a particular trade that they train for isn't actually where,
where they're going to end up.
Where they're going to end up.
Yeah.
And actually it's important to realize that some of those skills can be transferred to another trade very easily.
Yeah.
And we see some of that happening too.
Well, that's one of the things I was going to bring up. That's where I was going is engineering.
Yes.
A lot of parents talk about wanting their kids to be engineers. When I go to high schools, I hear a lot of kids, engineering. But engineering is vast and wide. And right now in Canada, in Alberta, Ontario, and in the Maritimes, there are programs that go directly from welding into engineering. So they're called WET programs, welding engineering technicians.
Right.
So you can get your welding, your inspectors, and then when you decide to go to university, when you are debt-free, with money in your pocket, you're already comfortable.
And I think those make the best engineers.
That's right, because you're not struggling.
Yeah.
And this is what I've been trying to tell so much of this youth in terms of retention. Like, you know what? Maybe you won't be a welder in 5 years, but get your journey person, make
and
money.
build from there.
Build from there.
And they're the most, I remember I think one of my sons said to me, there was a couple of those students in school, and they're actually the most successful ones because they grasp some of the things at a level that others don't because they've seen it and they've had more of that hands-on experience. So that's what I mean. Transferable skills are important. I think that starting in the trades, you may not stay there. You may build a business or you may transfer to a different trade or profession.
What skills, you got the essential skills. What skills have you had to learn moving into this position working with skilled tradespeople?
What skill? Oh, you're stumping me now.
Trying to.
Boy.
You've been really good at all these. So.
Okay. Well, I think you actually have stumped me. What skill have I learned that... Can you help me out here?
Yeah, so, for example, when I came into being executive director to CWB, I come from a trades background, welding background, right? So I was lacking the ability to communicate as well as I thought I could. Okay. And I've learned through this road how to communicate better because I've had to communicate to so many different trades.
Right. Okay. So I kind of prided myself on communication. So I saw that as one of my strengths. But now you've just triggered something. I felt really insecure around as a layperson, I didn't have the language.
Right.
The trade language and terminology. So we work with professional technical committee members that put together a competition, and they throw around labels and names, and I'm like, what are
acronyms. There's so many now.
And I'm like, what are they talking about? And they think I'm supposed to know this. And so that has been sort of an insecure spot for me. Not understanding the trade talk.
Yeah, and there's always a hump, right? There's always a learning curve to any job, right?
So now I'm more confident to say, gee, what does that mean?
Yeah. Back up. What does AOAFFEA mean or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Now, what would be next on your plate? This seems like the dream job.
It is a dream job. Yeah. I never thought I would stay here this long. I thought I'd be, doing something else, but I love it very much. No, I have no other plans. I mean, the next plan would be to maybe travel for a permanent new
get on the
gig.
World Skills Committee.
That would be nice. But but I love my job, and I plan to stick around a few more years before I retire.
That's amazing. Yeah. Now you said your favorite skills here are baking, cooking, and landscaping.
Yes, they are.
If you could choose one for a new career, which one would you choose? I'm talking like going right back to school, like right to apprenticeship level one. Cooking
and landscape is right behind.
Yeah,
very close behind. Yeah. There are passions.
Yeah, and do you think that you could handle it?
I think. I could.
Cooking looks cutthroat, man.
It does look cutthroat. I think. Yeah, I think I could. But landscaping, I think, has become a passion over the years. I think the older you get, never thought I would.
Yeah, no, I'm putting in some cement, some new cement pads in my backyard next week. I love it.
Yeah. It's just so relaxing and therapeutic. I just love it. Yeah,
building your little. Yes. Your little world. And I mean, that's what the trades brings to people is the connection to the earth, to nature, to your surroundings. We are infrastructure. We are food. We are clothing. We are the things that help us survive. We don't exist in the theoretical, right?
Exactly. We're very concrete, hands-on. We can touch it. Yeah.
Now, are you going to get around to look at any of the shows?
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. That's what I'm going to do when I finish with you.
Yeah, are you going to get time? Yes. I never get time to do the full walk.
Oh, no, I do the full walk many times a day.
Yeah.
We have little meetings here and there with staff and with national staff. But right now I'm looking forward to just hitting the hitting the walking trail here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, this has been fantastic. I just
Yes.
want to ask you one more question before I let
Okay.
you go here. Is in terms of advice, when you see all these different groups coming in, all these different kids, different trades, and we talked about their nerves and the confidence building. What advice could you give to them with your experience now to say, this is what you need to do to get ahead or to
Yeah.
do well?
I would say persevere,
Yeah.
stick to it, and don't give up. I think it served me well. It serves everybody well. Don't ever give up and just persevere. Keep going and don't stop.
Awesome. Well, thank you so
Okay.
much, Maria. This has been fantastic.
Yeah, it's been
I hope
fun.
you have a wonderful show. Good luck to your competitors here from
Thank you.
Manitoba. I hope they do well. I am from Team Saskatchewan. I am a
Okay.
little bit biased,
Okay.
but I also love
Okay.
Manitoba.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. All
Okay.
right.
Bye-bye.
We hope you enjoyed the show.